Hello, everybody. Greg Koch here, 605 Running Company, coming to you live today for Skedaddle Live. Funny story, in classic 2020 fashion, I pre-recorded today the whole thing and didn't have my mic on. So hopefully you can hear me now. And I just said, forget about it. We'll go live. We've done it live every other time. Why not keep it live anyway? So if you jump on the live stream and see this, feel free to throw something in the live chat, and I will respond to those questions. But most of you are going to watch this when I share it later on other platforms besides the YouTube, and that's okay. Just know that I was trying to be pretty legit about this and get it pre-recorded and make it really kind of fun and fancy and classic me. I messed that up, so goes. But welcome. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're watching this. We've got an exciting interview today with a local runner and also someone who has set up a partnership for the Skedaddle that benefits all of you. So I'm excited for you to hear about that and hope you consider staying downtown for the weekend of Skedaddle. But before I get there, I just wanted to cover a few announcements and update you on things that are happening with the race. First and foremost, I don't know if you're familiar, but we've been doing the 12 days of Skedaddle Christmas. So how that's worked is all of our wonderful registered participants, which there's getting to be quite a few of you, good job. All of you have been entered into win a raffle prize, and over the past 10 days, it'll be a total of 12 days. We've been raffling off a prize each day, valued at over $100, and we've been working with downtown local businesses. Our theme for today's show is kind of a general loose theme, is kind of how COVID-19 has impacted business. And news flash, I don't know if you've heard, but it's made it a tough year. I don't mean to be trivial about that, but yeah, it's been a challenging year for businesses in downtown Sioux Falls. And so with the promotion, the 12 days of Skedaddle Christmas, we've been lucky to promote some of our neighbors, including Our Wine Bar, Sticks and Steel, TH Gray, Child's Play Toys, and the Spice and Tea Exchange. All wonderful businesses, and I appreciate them. We are all involved with our guest today, Nichelle, also involved in what we call the Retail Roundtable through downtown Sioux Falls, where we actually meet once or twice a month, and we talk about business. We talk about ways we can improve business in downtown. We come up with fun promotions, both for our guests and for ourselves, where we'll actually go and we'll tour each other's businesses and we'll tell each other our stories and things like that. And as a way to be inclusive to all of the great business owners in downtown Sioux Falls. So some of the fun stuff that we do, but I wanted to really highlight local business here, especially as we're a few days out from Christmas. I think we've all heard the sound of that drum beat about supporting local. But that's what we've been trying to do with 12 days of Skedaddle. We've got gift cards in these prize packages. And then, of course, we've got wonderful swag from 605 Running Company. I wonder who could have set that up. But we're focused on getting you to race day fit and ready to run your personal best. And so watch for that. If you haven't registered, you have 2 days. I haven't done today's winner, so if you register right now, if you're watching this, go register quick, because while I'm talking here, there's no way that I can make another video for our winner today. So go get yourself registered. I will upload the participant roster, and then I have a random numerator draw, so you could win today yet if you're watching this live. Do that, and then you could definitely win tomorrow as well. So a fun promotion. It's been really cool, and it's been again, exciting to support our neighbors. We've got really awesome neighbors, and we've built some really great relationships in downtown and have had a lot of fun highlighting our neighbors. So without further ado, I've got more announcements that I'll cover at the end, but without further ado, I want to get to our interview today. Today we are chatting with Nichelle Lund. She's the corporate sales manager for Holiday Inn, and I'll just cut over to that real quick. My guest today is corporate sales manager from Holiday Inn City Center here in downtown Sioux Falls. It's Nichelle Lund. Nichelle, how are you today?
I am doing very well, Greg. How are you?
I'm hanging in there. Yeah. So it's a week before Christmas, and I'm home with my daughter, which is fun. But yeah, Holiday Inn Skedaddle. Let's chat. We have a lot of people that have a lot of questions about traveling right now and what they can expect from a experience at a hotel. And
Mhm.
let's just dive right into that. But before, actually, no, stop. Before we do that, what we're gonna do is I want to know about your running. Nichelle is a local runner here in Sioux Falls. Nichelle, tell me about your running. Did you get a run in today?
I did actually. I ran this morning. My friend was in town visiting from Texas on her way up north to visit her family. And I told her, I was like, hey, I have a run scheduled for Thursday morning. Do you want to go with me? She said, how fast are we running? I said, very, very slow, conversational pace, quick 3 miles, 30 minutes, and we're done. She's like, okay. And we did it. It was 15 degrees this morning. She was not a happy camper, but we got it done. And this was week 2, day 2 of my 20-week training plan preparing for the Skedaddle. So we have less than 19 weeks, people.
How about it? I love it. Yeah, so you are the second guest in a row that I've had on here with a connection to Texas. Now, I'm going to start promoting this. I'm going to do a targeted promotion right now for Texas. Tell me
Do
about
it.
your connection to Texas, because I just think it's so funny that it seems like everyone I know right now is either from Texas or has a connection to Texas. Tell me about that.
So my family, I'm an Army brat, and my family landed in Texas in the late 90s. And my parents are still there. My little brother is still there. So I will actually be in Texas a week from today for Christmas. So
So no
yeah,
15 degrees for you for much longer.
no, it's going to be about 50 to 60 degrees, and I'm going to really enjoy that week of training.
Absolutely. That's Houston area, right?
Yep, just the north side of Houston. So.
Oh, I love that area. I think I told you before, I ran the Houston Marathon as my second marathon, and it was not like planned the way I planned other marathons. It was my co-owner Grant was like, "Let's do this," and I had just come off of running my first marathon, so I was like, "Sure."
Why not?
Running
And
in Houston is different, especially when you do it in January from South Dakota. So
I was going to say the Houston Marathon is always a really, really great time. They have so much fun putting it on, and the city really, really rallies. It is one of the like before I even started running, that's a race that I'm like, okay, one day I'm going to make that happen, because Houston in January is perfect.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and you're absolutely right about the community. And, when I did the Houston Marathon, one of the cool things about where we stayed in our hotel was right by the finish line. And so, segue, I claim to be a professional sometimes, but tell us about the Holiday Inn City Center and its location, and what can people expect from Holiday Inn in relation to Skedaddle, not the Houston Marathon.
The Holiday Inn, we are located in the heart of downtown. One thing that we take pride in is that, we are where downtown and uptown meet. And we all know how much downtown is growing in that northern direction. So we're really, really excited about all of the things within walking distance, the starting line, the finish line, all of the places that are really rallying around this race and sponsoring it. And they've come together to make this experience what it is. We're in the heart of that. We know that kind of going into the last 2 years, the Skedaddle has changed a lot. There's been no consistency, but we're hoping that, we are consistent in the fact that we offer a step above in our service and what we can do for athletes as a whole. We have always been a very group athletics and sports centric hotel. And we want to kind of take that to the next level with this race and kind of show the runners that are visiting Sioux Falls, or if you want to make it more of a staycation and really get the full experience of an out of town race, even if you're from town. We want to make you have a really, really great experience. We are requiring masks. That is looking to be the future of hotels as a whole. So masks, a lot of extra sanitizing. If you're wanting to kind of get a couple of miles in, we're right off the trails. And we're really excited. This is, the third year that we've worked with you guys to host this event. And hopefully this year goes a little better as planned, but I don't know.
It's going to be a great year. It's going to be a great year. Now, so Holiday Inn, what I really like about it is it's an iconic brand. Everyone kind of knows what to expect from a Holiday Inn. They're everywhere, and the experience is somewhat consistent from place to place to place. Now, what I would say is the city center in particular is iconic to Sioux Falls, and so I would say, you're absolutely right when you say a step above. Tell me a bit about some of the amenities that the city center has that you wouldn't see necessarily at other Holiday Inns, because there's just a lot more happening there.
Absolutely. One thing that, obviously we've got our event space and our meeting space. A lot of our runners aren't going to be experiencing those things. We do have a full service bar and restaurant. If you're coming in the day before the race and you decide to stay with us, we have an amazing menu. And I actually learned today that we are updating that menu going into the new year. I don't know what's on it. I literally just learned about this about 20 minutes ago. So I know nothing. But we're really excited about really, really great changes that we have kind of going into 2021. We have some amazing food. Our head chef has been on staff here for over 25 years. And he does all of our weddings. He does all of our big corporate events. And on any given day, he's in the back making my food. So I know that anything that, going into that weekend, if you are looking to carbo load, or if you want more protein, or if you need something vegan or gluten-free, we've got it and we can cater to that. That's food and beverage is one of our biggest assets. Our service is something that we do pride ourselves on. If you have a bad experience, one, tell us, because we are always looking to learn. But our goal is for everybody to have an amazing experience. We have amazing rooms. We've got people, if you have somebody who wants to just watch the race from the balcony, they'll be able to catch small snippets of it here and there. Like, we've got great views of the city. We've got an indoor pool spa, so you can relax and just kind of take it easy, kind of going into the weekend. And then we've got right. And then we do have state-of-the-art fitness center, so that you can still kind of lift weights and do a little light cross training either before or after the race to just not stop.
There are people out there that will do that. Yes. And in terms of the food and the views and the experience, I can speak to this because it seems like it was a long time ago, and it wasn't that long ago, but I recently within the last decade was married, and our reception was actually in the Starlight Room on top of the hotel, and the views are just amazing from that building. Again, the Holiday Inn is located right between our start and our finish line. Our course it starts and finishes in downtown Sioux Falls, but it is point to point, and so those are two different spots, and the hotel is situated right smack in the middle, which is perfect. And there's nothing better than being able to get a post-race shower. Those are always really important things to me. So like when you finish a race, to have a place that you can go that's clean and you can get a shower. It's not like a locker room or like high school locker room or anything like that. You can have your own room, get it booked. Even if you're in Sioux Falls, I would say consider booking a room for the night. Just because if you're going for that PR experience or something like that, having a hotel there is awesome. Like, that's my testimony from running, like being able to go do that and then still partake in finish line stuff is really, really cool. So highly consider that for all folks that are participating in the race, whether they're local or coming from Texas, which is totally acceptable. I'm going to seriously target Texas because everyone has a connection that I know, apparently. So,
And I feel like everybody needs to experience Sioux Falls in April because you don't know what you're going to get.
Yeah. The Skedaddle is the perfect testament to that, so like each year I have it described as like, what was the race like that year? So in 2019 we had 16 inches of snow the week before the race, and no, that was 2018. 2019 we had historic flooding,
Yep.
and then 2020 we had the pandemic. But the sad part about that was we had to go virtual, but it was like 70 degrees that day for a high, and it was just
the weather was perfect and beautiful that day.
Like, we're shooting for that for this year as well. We've got the requests in. We'll see what happens.
We'll see.
You touched on it a little bit, but so the hotel industry, tourism industry here in South Dakota in particular has been hit really hard, just like a lot of small businesses. And I'm really glad that you're on today because you're kind of the face of like the Hotel for Downtown because you're so involved in downtown Sioux Falls. But tell me a little bit what 2020 has been like on that front and what that experience has looked like, and then what can guests expect? You touched on it a little bit in terms of some of the protocols and procedures, but give me a little bit more feedback into that.
Absolutely. So kind of the state of the industry as a whole, we are extremely blessed in South Dakota and Sioux Falls in particular because our state didn't shut down. And because of that, we did have events that continued on. Most of those were sporting events or social events like weddings and anniversary parties, things like that. So we were very lucky in that we were able to, we didn't lose everything.
Yeah.
Some hotels, like small businesses across the country, have had to shut down because of the pandemic. People lost their jobs, their livelihoods, people lost everything that they put their heart and soul into for years. We are a Holiday Inn, so we are a franchised hotel. We know our owners, we know the people that pay our bills. And so it's been really hard to slow down as much as we have because those corporate events aren't happening because there is a liability there. And we are completely understanding of that. So the face of our hotel has changed a little bit. Things have been a little bit slower, but we have been very lucky to have had what we had this year and what we continue to have because we are still having weddings. We've had virtual trainings. We've had virtual holiday parties that have posted up in our hotel. So we're still trying to make hay while the sun shines. Going into 2021, we know that we're not going to flip a switch and everything's going to be back to normal. That's just not how the world works, unfortunately. But we're still trying to help people get together safely and sometimes social distanced and in a way that makes the most sense for individuals and small groups. So we are taking extra precautions like everybody else. Again, we're requiring masks. We have hand sanitizing stations all over the hotel. We do have the plexiglass between the front desk as well as and the guests. And then we've got the social distancing stickers kind of all over the place, trying to, kind of stay a few feet apart, limit how many people are in the elevators. We are cleaning the rooms and doing the high touch areas, get cleaned twice in every room, every time it's used. If a room stays vacant for an extended period of time, we'll go in and touch it up just to make sure that everything is staying sanitized. Because again, you don't want those rooms closed for too long because they get musty and, just like it would in your house if you don't go in there. So we're taking a lot of extra precautions. And because of that, we have been able to, keep a really solid staff and really take extra care of the guests that we do have, because we do truly value the people that are coming in, and we want them to come back and feel safe and feel like we're doing our job to keep them healthy.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, we're not going to get political. I never try to get political or anything like that. But in South Dakota, it's hard to, explain to maybe like outsiders looking into what our situation has been. Now, tourism, I think it can't be overstated how important it is to our state's economy, and how big of a factor that is. And a lot of people, when they hear that, they think of West River, they think of Mount Rushmore, they think of Custer State Park, and all of those things. But here in Sioux Falls, and we see this at our shop, the tourism travel is a real thing. It's not just hunters coming in once a year or anything like that. It's this consistent flow of activity that our city leaders have done a really good job of creating, whether it's sporting events or conferences. All of those things have had a major impact on what happens here in Sioux Falls. And so I really appreciate the adaptability that the hotel has shown, to be able to put on a virtual conference or to still have smaller scaled events that take necessary mitigation procedures. And one thing that I think might be lost sometimes is that while our state values personal freedom and has set really high expectations for the individuals, that doesn't mean that people aren't trying here. So our business, the hotel, has done mitigation efforts that are in line with guidelines that have been laid out for us. And so that's all happening, and I really appreciate you coming on today to kind of speak to that, because I think it's really important for all of our participants to know that they have a safe option to choose, to not only sign up for our race, but also to stay in downtown Sioux Falls. And we want you to stay for the weekend. So with that being said, Nichelle, I met you through downtown Sioux Falls on a small business meetup group that we have. What I want to hear from you today is tell me about some of your favorite downtown Sioux Falls shops and destinations.
First of all, 605 Running Company. Let's be serious.
She's not on payroll.
I probably need to go and get fitted for some new shoes to start training in.
I heard we're 19 weeks out or something like that. So
yeah, we're less than 19 full weeks out. So I need a little bit of time to break some new ones in. And then I find myself in Sticks and Steel a lot, more than I should. And then I love everything. I love our wine bar.
Okay.
I actually joined, they have a wine club now. So I joined our wine bar's wine club.
If there ever was a year to join a wine club, it's 2020.
I'm part of two. So I also have a problem.
Hey, you know what? You ran today and I haven't. So
there's still time. It's okay. And I know that you are a huge advocate of them because they're your parents, but I actually stopped by the cookie jar earlier today to pick up a cookie decorating kit.
Yes,
because we're doing that with, we're having a cookie decorating kit instruction and competition with the Chamber's Young Professionals group. So I'm pretty excited about that tonight. And then let's see, I went into probably a half a dozen stores yesterday looking for a couple of Christmas presents. Child's Play Toys has anything and everything that you could ever want for a child. And I easily could have gone in there and spent 2 paychecks, but I didn't.
What's funny about that is, so my daughter's 1.5, and I think when we go there, we buy more stuff for us than her. Like both my wife and I we do puzzles, and they have like the best puzzles there. And then, 2020, what are you going to do? You're going to do puzzles. So puzzles, books, games, all sorts of fun stuff there. Tell me more about Sticks and Steel. I hear about Terry's Place all the time, and obviously I shop Terry's Place, but it's hard to describe what Sticks and Steel is. So I want, in your own words, to describe Sticks and Steel.
Sticks and Steel is, I don't even know because it's almost like
It's like
it's
greeting cards and jewelry and
and
stuff you didn't
clothing
know you need. And
signs and exactly. I mean, like I didn't know that I needed this, but I'm gonna buy it because I now know I need it. I've gone in there wanting to just look at some earrings for like my mother-in-law, and I ended up buying myself a blouse, and I bought my sister-in-law some Swedish washcloths and towels, and then I bought somebody else like a mug, and it's called a brownie mug, and it gives you the instructions to make a brownie in it. And then a metal art sign for my my sister and my brother-in-law. Like, you can go in there and it's one-stop shopping. It truly, truly is. And it's all things that are made very, very well. And you've got price points from just a couple of dollars all the way on up. You know, it really caters to everybody. So I really like and spend too much time and money in sticks and steel again.
yeah, I
And
get
then
it.
another one similar to sticks and steel with kind of that, you know, all around. I love Simply Perfect, which is right down from them, because they have Sioux Falls and South Dakota ornaments, which is something that I've been looking for. So if that's something that anybody's interested in, go there.
Hurry down now, like right now.
Yes.
Don't tell the
So
bridge is open. The bridge is open, so don't even worry. Yeah.
finally.
Excellent. Yeah, so let's bring this home. Nichelle, you know, Holiday Inn, we talked all about the hotel. You know, as a participant of the Skedaddle, how do I book a room? Is there any special offer or anything that I need to know about? And your final message for runners coming to participate in 2021.
Absolutely. So we do have a block of rooms set aside for Skedaddle participants. All you have to do, you can call the hotel, or I can drop a link in the comments for, you know, you can click on the link and it'll take you directly to the dates available. There is a special rate. Just reference Sioux Falls Skedaddle 2021. Super easy. We have rooms available Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. If one of those dates is not available for any reason, call the hotel, ask to speak to me, and I will make sure to add more rooms back into that block, because I can do that. Can't do much else, but I can do that. And our goal is to make this an extremely exciting and just a feel-good experience, because we know 2020 was kind of rotten, and we're going to have a really, really great 2021, and we want to help be part of that. We would love to host you. We would love to host your family. So bring everybody, have a staycation, have a vacation, run a half marathon, and then enjoy all that there is to do downtown, because it is literally right outside our door.
Absolutely. Awesome. You took the words right out from me. This is awesome, and I appreciate your continued support of the race. I appreciate you signing up to run the race, and I also appreciate you representing the hotel today and partnering with us as we look forward to putting on this great event in April.
Absolutely, and it's our pleasure. We love working with you guys. We love being a part of the downtown Sioux Falls family, because that's what we really are. We're all just one big dysfunctional family trying to get through life.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Nichelle.
Thank you, Greg.
Well, there you go. Mic is on. Everything's working the way it's supposed to. That's always good. That's Nichelle. You know, Nichelle is such an advocate for downtown Sioux Falls. It's been great getting to know her. She's a great runner, local runner here in town, and does wonderful things, like I said, for all of us in downtown Sioux Falls. You know, when she comes to Retail Roundtable, our owner group that meets, she's always saying, Here's what occupancy rates look like, and here's who's coming to town, and here's what events are coming up that you guys should be aware of, and how can we help you be successful, and how can we help get our occupants checking out your shops. And so, as a business owner, you like to have people like that on your team, and Nichelle does a phenomenal job. Um, 2 shows in a row with references to Texas, calling all of the folks that live in the great state of Texas, come to South Dakota in April and run this race. Because apparently everyone I know has a connection in some way to Texas, which is great. So I've got a few announcements here just to go over. Um, we've got a price jump coming. So if you have not already registered for the Skedaddle, register ASAP. For one, you're going to get entered in the last couple days of the 12 days of Skedaddle Christmas raffle prizes, and for two, you're going to save some shekels before the price jumps in the new year. So make sure you get yourself registered for this race. Two, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't talk about the 605 Running Company store hours here leading into the holiday. So we are open. We've been open for 42 minutes so far today, and we're open till 4 o'clock today, and then tomorrow we're open 11 to 4 as well. Starting on Christmas Eve, our staff has more than earned a holiday break, so we're going to take one. We will be closed Christmas Eve through January 4th for the holidays. So one caveat to that is I will be going in each day, starting on Saturday after Christmas, and I will be shipping out any online orders one time in the morning. So if you order before 9 a.m., there's a good chance that I'll get it shipped off. So you can continue to shop us even though the door isn't open. We still have our online store, and we have our entire inventory available online, which is pretty exciting. So anything you might need over the next couple of days here as we take a holiday break as a staff, we can still get to you. So please take advantage of that. And finally, if you're still here, I appreciate you all being here. If you've stuck with me this long, and you're thinking, "God, this Skedaddle thing is really, really cool. I wish there was a way I could do more." Well, if you if you yourself are looking for your business, or if you know of a business that's looking for sponsorship opportunities, we've got some really great opportunities available. So message me, Greg at run605.com is my email, or you can call the shop, or you can put a message below in the comments. If you're interested, I would love to have that sponsorship conversation with you. Like I said, we've got great opportunities available, and we'd love to get more folks backing us on this event. Again, a couple of things we talked about with Nichelle. Tourism really is a major factor in the South Dakota economy. Obviously, we are an ag state, and so our farm economy is really, really important, but just behind that is our tourism. Tourism is a very significant piece of our state's economy, and so leaving politics behind, whether you're an R, a D, or an independent, it doesn't necessarily matter. If you are a resident of South Dakota, tourism is a part of your life, and it is a big deal for us. Being a small business in downtown Sioux Falls, and also operating in that event space that is asking folks to come visit us from afar. Tourism is a huge, huge deal, and so I don't want to understate the impact that COVID has had on our tourism market. And I am appreciative for all of the efforts that our leaders have done to keep tourism alive in our state. I think that's an important thing to understand. While you might not agree with every decision that's made, I think our leaders, the fact that they're thinking about it is important. So that's my 2 cents on that. Again, I don't want to be super political, but understand that folks like Nichelle, myself, we're real people, and our businesses have taken COVID very, very serious. And at the same time, we're also trying to make a living. And so, it's a weird balance that you have to play there. And I think at 605 Running Company, we've done a phenomenal job. And I know Nichelle and her team over at Holiday Inn have also done a phenomenal job of adapting, changing, listening to feedback and experts, and making decisions that take care of their guests. And I really hope that everyone understands that the struggle is real. but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And for us, Skedaddle has an opportunity to be that light here in Sioux Falls. This event has the opportunity to, really aid in the jumpstart and the recovery of our local economies. And I mean that from a very sincere place, not just because I'm the race director or that my business puts on this event, but um, events like ours are huge. You hear the term heads on beds, and bringing people in to experience what we have to offer. That's what we're all about, and I think we've got a lot of great things coming. We've seen positive notes with the 2 vaccines that have come to market under the Emergency Act, and we're seeing folks get the vaccine. Our positivity rates aren't great yet, but we are seeing numbers go down, which is also good. So again, I don't want to be political, but we're doing everything that we can, and we are planning a live event. I've said that in every one of these shows, is that we're focused on putting on a safe and healthy live event for the whole family to participate in. So that being said, the holidays are here. I wish you all happy holidays. I wish you all a Merry Christmas, and be well. And we will catch up again soon. Bye.